ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and every other gender to ever exist, because I am not sexist whatsoever. Welcome to the first and debut episode of Storytime with Iroh. Alright, I know how much you guys, kind of wanted this stuff. I did a poll, 2 months ago asking what you wanted the first episode to be. I was gonna make that video 2 months ago. I recorded that video 2 months ago. And as I said, my last video, it got corrupted because my hard drive was full. This time I made sure my hard drive wasn't full and we're ready to go. So, welcome to your new favorite television show. So basically it's just gonna be me talking about a life story over some ranked Skywars for, time, you know. It's ticking away. Moments of makeup a dull day. I'm joking. Pink Floyd, please don't sue me. Basically, this week I was gonna talk about how my PC broke. I know what you're thinking, but Iroh, that sounds like the most boring story to ever exist. I'm clicking off the video to go watch an RKY video because he makes hilarious, funny, amazing commentaries, unlike you. So I'm gonna try and keep your attention here for more than 30 seconds. Let's start. So it all started in the 3rd grade. I'm joking. This isn't whatever that movie's called with the Baba O'Reilly intro, and he's like, whoop, yup, that's me. You're probably wondering how I got into this situation. Well, it all started back in the 3rd grade. I'm joking. It started last Wednesday. Me trying to add some humor to my videos, but I'm not funny, so yay. Points for trying, right? So pretty much it's Wednesday. I have a project due the next day, and I need to get it done. I had the project for 2 weeks, but I'm very lazy and I procrastinate, so I needed to make a video for the next day. So, me being an amazing video editor, I know how to edit. It doesn't take me that long to make things, especially since what I was making was just a simple slideshow with some text. It was really not hard to make whatsoever. So I go to turn on my computer because I have Vegas installed on my desktop. What else would I be editing with? My phone? Okay. So I turn on my computer, get ready to boot into Vegas. But there's a slight problemo. It takes 5 minutes to... Where did the XP go? Oh, it's in there. It took 5 minutes to turn on my computer. Now, you're probably like, but Iroh, my computer takes 5 minutes to turn on. Well, what's your issue with that? The issue is that my computer doesn't typically take 5 minutes to turn on. At max, it's taken maybe 30 seconds before. It's about the max, though. So, my computer's never taken that long to turn on before. So, I kind of, figured something wasn't right. I decided to roll with the boot just to see if there was anything noticeable. Typically, you don't automatically shut down a computer because it took 5 minutes to boot. Sometimes it just, the post doesn't work right, or sometimes the thing just sucks. So, I let it run through, and I got to the logon page, but that took another 5 minutes to log on. It took another 5 minutes to actually enter my password and log on. So, I'm kind of at this point well, poop. I need to figure out what's wrong, or else I'm not going to be able to get the video done. Now, luckily I got the video done, so, don't worry. But, pretty much, what happened was, I tried to open Vegas. That's what I'm trying to say. I tried to open Vegas, and when I tried to open Vegas on my taskbar, because, that's usually where I keep all the programs that I use frequently on my taskbar, I clicked on it, and I got the busy logo. Or not the logo, the busy cursor. If you're unsure what that means, and you have a Mac or a Linux computer and you don't know what that means, basically it's a cursor in Windows that basically states, okay, your computer's busy right now and we're trying to process things, but we can't. That's basically what it means. It's just telling you that there's background processes running and it's not going to be able to open right away. Now, usually that sounds like it's fine, but when it's the entire taskbar, that's not normal. It's never normal when that happens. I need to mine some wood. This is survival or something at this point. Oh, there's a little water there. Okay. So, I had to, you know, I kind of just wanted to, like, see what's going on. One of the biggest ways to tell if your computer is frozen or it's not functional like it's supposed to be is if you see that your computer has... If the time isn't up to date, that's what I'm trying to say. If the time isn't normal, if the time isn't what the actual time is now, then your computer is frozen. Easiest way to tell is to just, you know, look at the clock. Look at a clock on your phone. And if it's the right time, then it's gonna say, okay, it's this time. You know, it works. You're good. Don't worry. But if it's the wrong time, then you know your computer's frozen. That's the easiest way I've been able to ever tell if a computer is frozen or not. Is just by looking at the clock. Typically, every time that I've looked at that clock and noticed that it wasn't right, my computer's frozen. So, you know, life tips with Iro. Sorry, I'm sweating right now. There we go. So now I need to, so I look at the clocks to make sure that, you know, the time is right, you know, because, I want to make sure that the clock isn't screwed up. So I look at the clock, and this is the first time this has ever happened to me before, but my left monitor had a different time than my right monitor, which makes literally no sense to me. How could they freeze at different times? I don't know. So I looked at my left monitor, and it said that it froze at 2:57, or the clock was stuck at 2:57, while on my right monitor, it was stuck at 2:59, 3 o'clock. And the time that I took the screenshots at, it was 3:30. So, oh my god, I almost just walked off there. Giving myself a heart attack here. Pretty much that's not supposed to happen. Like, at all. So now I have to figure out what's wrong. Before I do that, I actually wanted to get my project done, so I edited that. We got it all good to go. It was like a minute long. It took like no time to edit at all. I just had to find some pictures and plop them into Vegas with some spicy jazz. Yeah, I literally put jazz over it. Oh, everyone probably hated me after that, but then again, no one likes me in my class anyway, so at this point, you know, I finished my project. We're all good to go. I got everything done. I probably failed the project, to be honest, since it was really rushed, but I got it done. That's what matters, right? I don't care if it was good or not. I had some extenuating circumstances that prevented me from finishing it in the manner that I would like to. So hopefully my teacher can give me some slack on that one. So after that, I kind of wanted to just, like, you know, make sure that everything was done and done correctly. Haha, I got the kill, not you. Well, that was awkward. And I walked off. I'm the best. So one of the most general troubleshooting tips that I've learned is to take out all non-essential components of the computer to see if the computer can run on its own without things like your graphics card, extra hard drives, all that stuff. If the computer can run without that, you know one of the issues was the component that you removed. Then you just have to narrow it down to figure out what component actually was causing the issue. So that's what I decided to do. I took out all of my components, and I was kind of figuring out that it was probably the graphics card, since that was the newest component in my computer, and it was working fine before I got the graphics card. So I decided to take that out and check, see if that was the issue. When I took everything out, the thing just didn't work. My computer literally did not work at all, so that was kind of awkward. I turned on my computer without any of the components in it, and I got a message saying preparing automatic repair. Now, I don't know if any of you guys are actually Windows users and you've ever seen that message before, but basically it means your computer is screwed. Preparing automatic repair is the nicest way telling you that you need to restart or reset your computer. Basically, it says that your Windows has corrupted and you need to repair it. Now, Windows tries to be nice, and gives you some options to repair it. But from experience, they've never worked. I've seen that screen so many times, and it's never worked. Never once in my entire life has it worked the way it said it would. So I kind of like, well, crap. At least I got all my stuff done. So I had no other choice but to reset it. And in order to reset it, I needed to find my Windows installation disk. You know, thinking typically, you know, I'm like, you know, I have a pretty big obsession with Windows and computers and stuff. You would think that I have multiple installation disks laying around, but no. I actually couldn't find any of my installation disks. At least my Windows 10 ones. Ironically, I couldn't find any Windows 10 ones, but I found 3 Windows XP installation disks. Also, I do have an obsession with Windows XP, if you couldn't guess that. It's pretty funny how I'm missing the one thing that I need, but I find 3 things that I don't need whatsoever. I think that's just how it works, though. You find things that you don't need when you don't need them. But every time you're looking for something that you actually kind of need, you can't find it. So I needed to find my Windows 10 installation disk. And, you know, I just installed Windows 10 on my mom's computer, not like maybe even a week ago. So it couldn't be that hard to find a disk, right? Especially when I have one literally in my house that I've made a week ago. I mean, it's got to be around here somewhere. So I went looking for it. And unfortunately, I never found it. It never showed up. I never found that installation disk that I needed. So now I have to find I have to make a Windows 10 disk. Unfortunately, usually I make my Windows 10 disks on my desktop because that's the only Windows 10 computer in my house that I own with the CD drive. Everything else is either Windows 7 or Windows XP or something that's really old and unusable. So I needed to find something, and fast, or else I was not going to have a computer over spring break. Not winter. We already had winter break. Spring break. No! No, I did not just do that. No! No, 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 no. Oh, I'm dead. I'm actually dead. I need to make a sword, and it's fast. Don't be like me. Alright, let's try this again. We got a sword now. I just had a panic attack there. You don't ever drop your sword and rank skywards. That's like the worst thing you could possibly do. And I get smite this time. Well, that's unfortunate. That person is really blatant. So I basically like needed to make a disc. I made a disc. And unfortunately, it took much longer than I had originally planned. It had actually taken much longer. It took 4 hours to make. So I kind of didn't have a computer for 4 hours. So I needed to figure out something to do. So, you know, I grabbed my guitar and tried to learn some Pink Floyd songs. Because, you know, Pink Floyd is the greatest. And, yeah, that didn't go very well. So I waited for my thing to work. I got the ISO. I burnt it to a disk. You know, I was ready to install Windows 10, and then I realized something. I put in the disk, and it gave me an error message that I had never seen before. The error message was, Windows cannot be installed on this partition table. Now, if you don't know what a partition table is, it's basically the way that the drive is formatted, because there's bootable formats, and then there's non-bootable formats. Apparently, the one that I'd formatted it to was not bootable, even though I had installed I'd installed Windows on the computer at least 20 times, so I kind of figured that my hard drive just corrupted and there was nothing I could do about it. I decided to buy a new hard drive because I needed to. If I wanted a computer over break, I needed to get a new hard drive. So I bought a 120 gig Kingston SSD because I still wanted to be able to boot to it quickly. And I don't really care about storage on my main hard drive since I have other hard drives to focus on. I don't necessarily need all of my storage on my main hard drive. So I kind of just went without for a day. Luckily, I'm so happy that I found this. I went on Best Buy to find it because I wasn't going to wait 2 days. I wanted to see if there's anything for in-store pickup either later that day or sometime in the week. And I looked at everything, every store nearby, and none of them had it in stock except for one store. And luckily it was close to where my dad works. So he went to the store, and there was only one left. So I got the last SSD, and I needed to install Windows on it. So I installed Windows on it. We were all good now. This is probably gonna be the last game since I finished the story a bit earlier than I had expected. But yeah, that was basically what happened to me. I had to install everything again. And the combination of this plus my internet not working, because my internet has had issues all week. I've had to reset it almost every 6 hours. It's just really annoying. I just gave him healing. I'm actually stupid. I missed that, didn't I? So yeah, that was pretty much the whole thing. Basically, like, you know, my internet has been killing itself every 6 hours, so I've had to keep resetting it and stuff, and I got it to work, I think. But it's kind of annoying and obnoxious when you have to try and reset your internet every 30 minutes. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this first episode, and if you want more of these, definitely let me know. If you made it to the end, congratulations, you're special. And yeah, let's not make any more of these for a while, because I don't like making long videos. I don't like editing long videos, but I know you guys like them, so I'll treat you guys. The next video will likely be a montage or some sort of keyboard mouse things, so yeah, hope you guys enjoy. Peace out.